Okay, let's try to solve x squared minus x minus 12 equals 0. And let's hope that we can write it of the form x plus a, x plus b, or x minus a, x minus b. However, I know I'm going to need two numbers, and I know those numbers are going to have a product of 12. So basically, I could have a 1 and a 12. I can have a 2 and a 6. Or I can have a 3 and a 4. And these can be plus or minus, however. So what do I know? I know that when I have the signs here, which are going to be plus or minus, I need to get a minus 1 for my x coefficient. So let's look at this. I'm going to have plus or minus 12x and plus or minus 1x. Is there any way that I could get plus or minus 12x and plus and minus x and end up with a 1x? Well, if I could get 13x, 11x, negative 13x, negative 11x. No, that's not good. Okay, let's look at this one. Suppose I have a plus or minus 2x and plus or minus 6x. Is there any way I could get 1x, negative 1x? Absolutely not. These are both even. I'm not going to be able to get any odd x out of this. So no. So we're down to this. Now, let's think about it. Plus or minus 3x, plus or minus 4x. Is there any combination of these numbers that could give me a negative x? And absolutely. You see, if they're both positive, I'm going to get a 7. And if they're both negative, I'm going to get a negative 7. So I know one must be positive, one must be negative. Which one has to be positive and which one has to be negative if I want to get a negative number when I'm done? The larger one has to be negative. So I need 3x and I need minus 4x. That tells me to do that. Okay, and to check my answer, I'd get x squared minus 4x plus 3x, which would give me the minus x, and then minus 12. So this is correct. Okay, so this was all scratch work, which we're going to get better at doing as we go. I'm going very slowly here on purpose. Hopefully, as time went on, maybe you'd see if I tried 1 and 12, I wouldn't be able to get anywhere near close to 1. So maybe we wouldn't have spent so much time on that. But in any case, okay, x plus 3, x minus 4 equals 0. What does that mean? It means one of these two is true. Those are my solutions. X equals negative 3, and the other solution is x equals 4. We haven't plugged anything in a while, so maybe let's just plug this in and see. What happens if we try to plug negative 3 in to this? Well, I'd get 9 minus minus 3 minus 12. I said minus, but my hand did not. Okay, that works. And for the other solution, x equals 4, what would happen if I plugged a 4 in? I'd get 16 minus 4 minus 12, and that is indeed 0, because 16 minus 16 is 0. So our answers were both correct. That checked our work.